drop 6 California teams. They've got 4 now.
Oh, no, they're working hard. I kind of have an inkling on where that's going to happen, too.
And that'll be awesome. So if a city wanted a team, there's one available.
There you go.
Oh, just build a stadium next to Hard Rock.
Well, with all...
we have 2 teams up here. We'll have the South Yuba and the North Yuba teams.
That's all good.
Chuck,
Kind of like
you
Little
are
League.
an idea man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, these guys are doing it right, and with the shrinkage of Major League Baseball's minor leagues, there's markets opening up. The Modesto team being one of them, and Nuts were there for years.
They were undefeated going into last night's game.
They're the real deal. Yeah.
They'd be the Hard Rock Rockers or the Hard Rock Hardballers.
There you go.
You know,
all good. Okay, speaking of sports locally, Lauren Harris, she removed herself from Long Beach State and is signed with the Buffaloes, University of Colorado. That's going to be very exciting for her. They have a really, really good women's basketball program.
The gal that came out of
Sutter High School. Faith Christian. Faith Christian. Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So congrats to Lauren.
So she got the Long Beach.
So she got a better Division I situation in Colorado.
Got it.
Yeah, and they're the real deal.
Yeah, she's a local hero, boy.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be good for her and her future. That's congratulations, Lauren. Well deserved. And we wish you all the best there.
Did she hit 3-pointers at that
knock
elevation?
down a 3 or 10 or 12 a game. That's good. So,
is she going to be able to hit 3-pointers at that elevation?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
A little bit high.
Yeah, definitely. She probably wants to head to Tahoe to do her pre-training for the season. Yeah. Get up to the high ground. Speaking of crazy, a little bit. LaPorte on Monday it snowed. Snowed pretty good, yeah. They had the weird thunderstorms around the area, but it snowed in LaPorte, here in Yuba County.
This is the strangest weather I've ever experienced in Yuba Sutter. You know, and it's like it rained last night a little bit, not bad, at the field.
People were whining about it being cold.
Well, it was cold. People were putting their jackets on, but
Well, Fischetti Cove, you got that gives you the kind of the Bay Area thing, the old candlestick weather, bringing it back.
Coming across it.
Linda had 2 shirts and a sweater, and was like, "I wish I'd brought my jacket."
I love it. By the way,
on your vehicle, do you have each side has their own temperature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that avoids a lot of arguments.
Oh, man. Oh, by the way, speaking of temperature, I talked to my cousin Richard yesterday in Ireland. The UK, Ireland, most of Europe is experiencing a dramatic heat wave. It was 90 to 100 degrees there. Here's the issue. They really don't have air conditioning because they really have never needed it. But they have a heat wave that is just extraordinary right now. The Irish tans, which tend to be lobster. I don't have one, but they're getting fried, and England's even worse. There is some air conditioning in Ireland, in and around some of those areas, especially
major
in the south.
hotels.
But but not in your rank and file homes. So. Crazy. Want to congratulate the Punjabi American Festival folks here and Dr. King's team out there, and they do a phenomenal job. The festival was this past weekend and celebrating everything Punjab.
They've been doing that since the 90s.
I know, it's fabulous event and great stuff there. Also, I want to point out there's some great Memorial Day celebrations in and around Yuba Sutter this weekend, and if you want to see some great pictures, grab a copy or go online and subscribe to the Appeal Democrat newspaper. Scott Anderson's team doing a great job over there. Memorial service also for the Yuba City bus tragedy. I know Mayor Boomgarden was down in Martinez. They actually had a dedication down there as well, 50-year anniversary of the bus crash. And, of course, that was Kurt Baird's, our board operators class at Yuba City High School that went through that tragedy in 1976. And so a lot of Memorial Day events that happen in and around Yuba Sutter for a lot of reasons, and obviously Memorial Day commemorating our veterans that passed away as well. East Nicholas High Softball won a 7th straight North Section
That's just a great
championship.
Picture
It is
by
a great
Chris
picture.
Pedigo.
It is. Chris Pedigo does a phenomenal job.
Of the East Nicholas Spartan girls just
Chris rocks the photos.
Yeah.
He is awesome. Wheatland celebrates their first section banner. They beat Woodland 8-4, which is a big deal. Micah Laup, I saw this on TV the other night because everybody watches the women's softball, collegiate softball championships, and she's pitching for Arizona State. Another East Nicholas story. Great athlete, and she was in the circle. I think she pitched 4 scoreless innings for Arizona State. So your Yuba Sutter, Calusa folks, Wheatland, East Nick, all these folks doing a great job. Moving on to Division I. Carrying the torch.
Jeff Larson does a great job following up on those.
I'm glad you said that, because Jeff Larson's an outstanding sports reporter, does a great job for the Yuba Sutter region. We're lucky to have Jeff here, and he loves what he does.
Yeah.
And it comes through in everything he writes about. So, yeah, thank you, Jeff, for your great work at the Appeal Democrat the last few years. It's been phenomenal. Now that you have a really, really good editor, too, I'm sure it's going to get even better. Yes.
Finally.
No, I seriously would have gotten out of the way sooner if I'd known that.
This was interesting, and there's been a few stories on New Clairvaux and on the Trappist Monastery up in Vina in the Appeal Democrat, and I think, Chuck, you guys had some stories in there.
No, that's all Scott.
Scott, okay. Well, he must like good wine. So, and there is a lot of New Clairvaux that's served around. I know Pasquini's carries some New Clairvaux, but it's interesting. This is a French Colombard that they won the California State Fair, a Golden Bear Award for the best sparkling wine. And it's funny, Bob, when I was like early 20s, my mom used to buy, like, I think it might have been either Fetzer's or what's the Livermore wine? Wente Brothers. They had a French Colombard, was not sparkling, but not that this matters to anybody in Yuba Sutter, but in the summer, they drink a lot. Prosecco is a big Italian white sparkling wine that people drink because it's light on alcohol and it's very refreshing. So this is a French Colombard that is sparkling from New Clairvaux, and it won a huge award. So gonna have to try that.
Where is that?
That's in Vina, California. It's historic. It's the original Stanford Ranch. The Stanford Vault is still inside. Yeah. But more importantly, they took a French church that I don't know if it was donated or they paid $1 for it, but it's William Randolph Hearst brought the church to the De Young Museum, brought it back from France after World War I, had it shipped stone by stone. It sat for 100 years or nearly 100 years in the back in the storage area at the De Young Museum in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. The monks found out about it, wanted and convinced the Hearst family to give them the church basically in pieces, all big stones. They shipped it up to Vina and they rebuilt it, and that's their tasting room, and it's pretty extraordinary. So the whole story is extraordinary. Their wines are incredible. They actually have a tasting room in downtown Reading. Those monks do some good work with juice, and there's some good red wine for Fischetti spaghetti as well. Some incredible stuff. Temperneos and all sorts of good stuff. So there you go. There's your wine update today on Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts.
We needed that because Kurt is an avid Boone's Farm drinker, and we're trying to get him.
I had him pegged as a Mogan David guy.
Trying to raise his level of expertise.
Is that kind of like he's kind of like the Virgil Atkinson of root beer? Is that?
I think Kurt kind of avoids that.
Yeah, Kurt doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. I've seen his photography. He can't drink.
Now, if he decided to drink and the first thing he tasted was Boone's Farm, I could understand why he would never want to drink.
Yeah.
Actually, it's root beer, and it starts with an A and ends with a W.
So it was either Bartles and James or Boone's Farm that emanated from the same particular Cal State University that Sierra Nevada Brewing emanated from, and that would be where?
Chico.
Cal State University, Chico, or Chico State in those days.
Farm.
Either Boone's Farm or Bartles and James began at Chico State at the time, not California State.
Was Bartles and James one of those, like, I don't know?
It was like a wine cooler. I think they invented wine coolers.
And they had the guys on the porch drinking the wine coolers in their marketing.
Well, I mean, Chuck, your bride's a really good wine drinker. You like the box wine, so that would have fit right up your alley. I mean, come on. Seriously.
Well, I remember playing in the band, and I was a young man, 26, and it's like the drink favorites were Boone's Farm and Lucky Lager.
Lager. 4-ounce bottles.
Yeah, and they
case
had
of 24.
Cartoon
they had the little things you had to figure out.
It was a cipher.
Yes.
Yeah, and you could tell when somebody drank too much when they got the same bottle cap 4 times and still couldn't decipher it.
Well, but you had cases of 24 4-ounce bottles.
Yeah.
Remember, flats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the first beer I ever consumed. I won't tell the story, but
Well,
it's
it
a pretty
just
good
goes
story.
to show that most bands, little garage bands, didn't have enough money for the kind of wine John Cassidy's talking about. If you'd have brought that, it would have been going, this isn't Boone's Farm. What is this?
I still can't. Yeah, I still can't believe how many people drink PBR. The kids. Pabst Blue Ribbon is big, because I guess it's $2 a can in a bar. Go ahead, Kurt Bear.
How about Ripple?
Oh, I forgot about
Ripple was
Ripple.
a little. That's more 60ish, right? Ripple was before Boone's
That's one
Farm.
that
Yeah.
Fred G. Sanford always liked.
That's
to drink.
right. Yes, good call.
Slow Gin and 7-Up. Hey, who sponsors this?
Yeah, and what time is it?
As we get close
There you
to
go.
the top of the hour.
This is sponsored by Boone's Farm. No, this is.
We
which
wish.
I honestly believe they would never serve it down at the Brick, but we appreciate the Brick Coffee House and Cafe because they sponsor this show as well as.
What's this show called?
This is called Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts,
The radio
and also Cassidy and Associates.
John Cassidy and Associates.
John
Oh,
Cassidy
yeah, thank
Associates. They pay the bills for this, and in order for me to pay the bills, I have to say you're listening to KETQ 93.3 LPFM Yuba City. There you go.
Well, they'll
We're
be
good.
on the air
That was well done,
these
Vince.
guys will be on the air for another week. Then,
That
Kurt.
was well done.
Yeah, it was well done. So the sediment removal from Yuba River, from the Yuba River, is continuing. Got to give the folks at Yuba County Water Agency, say that fast 10 times,
It used to be
a
the
ton
Yuba
of credit.
County Water Agency, and now they brand it as the Yuba Water
Yuba
Agency.
Water Agency,
But
yes.
you are technically right. In all their legal documents, they remain the Yuba County Water.
So if Bob wants Fischetti Cove to be on the official registry, he should just go talk to the folks over at Yuba Water.
I think so. Look, I didn't start this, but now that it's going, I think it's a great idea. So I do want to say this
I'm
about
thinking that's Feather
Yuba
River
Water,
Water.
and that is they are working tirelessly. They're determined to get this thing fixed, and they're telling people in advance what they're doing. I mean, it's just
Communication's been phenomenal. Willie
Yeah.
Whittlesey and his team
Yeah.
over there deserve a ton of credit because obviously it's a tragic event. Hopefully they come out the other side of it, even better off long term with some of the infrastructure enhancements that I'm sure they're going to have to get done there. So
Yeah.
but we want that back up and running.
They still haven't discovered the cause.
Yeah.
So they're still investigating that. It's a lot. It's a lot. I didn't realize it when they first said that. I thought, so a pipe broke. No, 14-foot wide pipe.
Crazy.
I mean, that is no small pipe.
Crazy. Our weekly update with Hard Rock shows coming up. Dayseeker Band is coming up Thursday night. That's going to be awesome. And then this is really interesting. Hong Nagak Tuan Hung Nagan on June 5th. That's a big deal. I believe it's a Hmong thing, and they're pretty amazing. Then Staying Alive's coming up June 12th, which is really a great show. And one night with the Bee Gees for the Bee Gees fans out there. Night Ranger, a pretty 80s, 90s cult rock band that is really popular.
Night Ranger?
Yeah.
Okay,
Doesn't
so-
it go all the way back to the 70s?
They might.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time.
So I
think they were called Day Ranger in the 70s. And,
So I was working in a men's clothing store, and this dude walks in. He's got a girl on both arms. And he comes in and he tells them, go find me something. And he stands at the counter and he's talking to me. And he said, finally he says, you don't know who I am. And I said, no, I honestly don't. He said, I'm the lead singer for Night Ranger. And I said, I don't know who Night Ranger is. I felt really bad.
But you know how to make friends and influence.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
And
God.
Anyway, nice guy, but those girls were just nuts. He was trying to talk to me about stuff, and they kept coming up and putting stuff against him and saying, "You look good in this." I'm like, dude,
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I take it he didn't have a Bee Gees shirt that he was going to purchase.
he
No.
should have. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I tried to sell him a suit, but
There you go.
early rock bands weren't wearing suits.
In August at Hard Rock, get your tickets. Stray Cats coming back. They sold out. They're awesome. Aaron Lewis is phenomenal. His new album is incredible. He'll be here August 7th. The Police Experience is great. You've got the Hanson Show. You've got Earth, Wind, and Fire 2 nights in September. America in September. You got all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah,
Then Leonette and Friends in November, I believe. Tom Jones was
Yeah,
Yes,
October
that's
31st.
Tom Jones, October 31st.
85 years old.
Maybe Chuck, maybe you could throw your hat up at him. I understand they throw things at him from the audience.
I don't think we will throw anything at him, but
No, but they throw stuff at Tom Jones.
Tom
from the
Jones
audience.
is
But we
infamous.
intend to be there.
Yeah.
I got to get my tickets now.
Yeah.
I bet it's almost sold out. I got to see when. Maybe tickets aren't on sale yet. Let me see.
He's famous for
It's gotta
women
be
throwing
close.
underwear at him. But
I didn't say that. Bob
he's
said it.
older. He's older. The women are older. They
So what, do
can't
they throw
it
Depends
that
at him
far.
or what?
That's probably. But they can't
That's-
throw that far, right? It's
Okay.
but that guy, I recently saw a video of
He's
him
incredible.
singing. His voice at his age is still
Perfect.
awesome.
It's perfect.
Awesome. What an incredible
That guy has
entertainer.
played. He has sung on. He has played with everybody. He's done albums with every major artist you can think of. He has been part of some song, as well as his own incredible career. And then the Tom Jones weekly television show in the '70s was insane.
I saw him singing with Leanne Rimes.
Oh, it's
the
stunning.
top.
You can go
Over the top.
You can go online and get that. That is incredible.
And he's a Scotsman.
Oh, you had to throw that in there, Kurt. You ruined the whole morning. I thought you were going to say he was a Scotsman who was actually of Irish descent.
I wonder.
Nice play.
I
Kurt.
wonder if he's going to ask
Wow.
Kurt to open his show with a little, bagpipe flair.
By the way, one of the Nancy Givicki, of Givicki Ford Kia fame, she was in Ireland for 8 days in Dublin, and
Oh.
I'm going to call her when I get in the car because she owes me a phone call, Nancy, and we're going to talk about where she actually went to the Jameson, the historic Jameson location, somewhat distillery in Dublin. Everything's out in Middleton now, but they still have the tasting room in Dublin, and she went to. Ironically, she doesn't know this yet because we're supposed to talk, but she spent a lot of time in County Monaghan. And Carrick McCross and my dad's side of the family is all from that area. So she's going to get a lot more information than she wants to hear, but I'm going to give it to her whether she wants to hear it or not today. So
I once got my daughter once gave me a Father's Day card, thanking me for providing answers to questions that she didn't even ask.
Oh, by the way, one thing I want to announce or mention that we haven't really got into yet, but there's a new ownership group for the Peachtree Golf and Country Club is now called the Yuba Golf Club at Peachtree.
I saw that.
And we'll get Kevin Cordano in here to talk about that. I know he did some Sacramento radio, some golf talk down there. That's a big move for the community.
What's it called?
Yuba Golf Club at Peachtree.
Okay.
And they're going to take that course back to top 20 in California and hopefully top 50 in the nation with some updates and changes that is sorely needed. And that golf course itself, the track, was always ranked in the top 20 in the Chronicle. When they would rank all the golf courses in California during the U.S. Open every June. And it's still that good a golf course. There's some TLC that needs in and around the club, but if you haven't played Peachtree, you're not aware of it, you should call out there because that is one of the most remarkable golfing experiences you'll ever have. You can play till 9 o'clock at night in the summers out there. It's just spectacularly beautiful. The wildlife, the quality of the golf course, it will blow your mind. We are so fortunate to have that facility in that golf course here, and for decades that's where the majority of charitable dollars was raised for Yuba Sutter organizations for many years. And still there are still some, in fact the Adventist Health Rideout just had their huge fundraiser there. And I know St. Isidore's is coming up, United Way, BMLC, Bill Military Liaison Committee's events there. It's a phenomenal place for that. So anyway, just kind of throwing that out there for everybody.
What is this a private club or a public golf course? What's the situation?
No, it's a private club owned by a small group.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you certainly can apply for membership, and they're doing a really good job with growing membership. And the transition of private golf clubs ownership is occurring all over the country. The golf industry had some opportunities to change the way things get done, and just like any industry, if you're not evolving, you're not growing. So it'll be interesting to see how they develop that property over time. It's going to be pretty exciting for Yuba Sutter, I
I
believe.
think they became private membership when they found out that guys like me might want to go out there and play.
Thank God. Yeah, because guys
What are
like
you going to name a pond after? Hey, I just took one into Fischetti Pond.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, I want
Fischetti Sand Trap.
That's
I like
what I'm
that.
thinking. I want the Fischetti sand.
I like that.
The Fischetti Desert.
But we're going to have to come up with that. We're going to have to name the ponds out there now. There's 2 big ones out there. That's a good call.
I was going to ask you
Chuck
that.
Smith on
Where the
fire
water
this
is.
morning,
I
Pardon?
know.
Okay, well, I think that'll do it. Unless there's anything else, anything coming up this week anybody wants to mention?
No, just appreciate this community continually supporting one another, small business. There are just so many good people in the Yuba Center area knocking it in the cheap seats, and I'm just very grateful for that. And I always want to remind us that person that you see at that stoplight, you may think, oh, they're just some guy at the stoplight, but that just might be somebody working in your school district, or working at the hospital, working in all the great things that make a difference and make Yuba Center a great place to live.
Chuck, anything else you want to add?
Oh, how do you?
It's hard to follow that.
I'm like, I'm just in awe. I mean,
Good call.
Wow.
And nice hat, Chuck. Let's get a new one.
And we have a great newspaper.
Yes, we have a great newspaper, the Appeal Democrat newspaper. And again, thank Kim Mata and her team over at The Brick. As always, get over there for the Cassidy Scramble. Or my new favorite, the avocado toast, is just unbeatable. In honor of our veterans, please make sure you get out and vote. I think June 2nd is the final day. I'm sure you got your ballots in the mail. And make sure you take care of that business, because our country's great because we all participate. So please make sure you get out and vote this cycle, as the primaries in California are coming to a close June 2nd. And that's it. This will do it. Kurt Baird on the board, the Scotsman. Bob Fischetti, thank you. Chuck Smith, as always. And everybody, thanks for joining us again this week. We will see you again next week right here on Rough Notes and Casual Thoughts. Have a great week, everybody.
California grow, yeah. California grow. Me and the boys doing all we know. Yeah, there's nothing quite like this place that I call home. California grow.